Welcome, and thank you for joining for another whiskey review. Today, we're going to take a look at the SMWS Ardmore 20-year-old. 1997, Dustin. Refill bourbon, 52.4% ABV. I don't know what this means. It's a 66.13. Oh, I do know what it means. That's the bottling number for the SMWS.
So, yeah, SMWS is like a code system. Yeah,
that's right.
I don't have the decoder ring on me. I just wore a watch today. But the guys who are big fans of that stuff, like they've got spreadsheets and websites dedicated to all that cool stuff. I'm excited about this, Mike. So I don't know a lot about Ardmore. What I do know is the first whiskey I ever bought that was 30 years old was an Ardmore.
That's a big pour. I was going to switch it up to see if you always took a left like you said before, and you did.
I literally wasn't looking at all.
Yeah, I was going to see. I'll help and see if Dustin changes at all. You can tell that. Anyway, that's our little inside joke. Our little inside joke.
But yeah, so I had the 30-year Ardmore as the first whiskey. In fact, I bought it like 2 days before I turned 31, so I could have a whiskey my age. Because I wasn't sure if I could ever do that again. You know, kind of a thought process. Sure. I've somehow proven I can keep doing it, but yeah, eventually I'll have to stop.
With a 50-year-old boon having, we're ahead of the game.
But so from my understanding, it's a slightly peated malt. I do not know if it's Highland or Speyside or not.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that story very well.
Distillery I really don't know well. There's been a few independents that have shown up lately that I was talking about, and I guarantee you, my boy PK, he saw that discussion and he decided to sneak this in because he knew I wanted to try some Ardmore. So
we appreciate you, PK, especially those Lagavulins you sent us, our New York friend. A lot of good guys in New York.
A lot of good guys in the whiskey community in general, man. Let me tell you.
Agreed.
Yeah, we had Whiskey Uncensored Ben over here from New York.
Yeah, we had a good time last time.
I had way too much to drink. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you were rare form right there, my friend.
I was definitely not in a good place there by the end.
All right, so let's get to this one, Dustin. Ardmore.
That is dirty, smoky, charcoal, dusty.
The first thing I thought was like Ben Nevis, you know what I mean, or something like that. Like it comes off very, like charcoal, dirt, soot.
I'm thinking like, coal-fired stills, like instantly here.
Like this place hasn't seen sunshine in weeks.
No.
Dreary, dark, dank.
I'm starting to get some dark sweetness here. I'm trying to figure out if it's like a honey, if it's like a chocolate, if it's a toffee.
Can't get there, hold on.
It's subtle. I mean, one thing I am noticing, though, so I've made this comment to other people. I think this is the first SMWS we've done, as far as I know.
No, we haven't done a lot of
them. But I've been lucky. I've had a lot of people send me SMWS samples over the years.
Great whiskeys.
And there's always a distinct like wood note that I get on a refilled or regular bourbon. I'm not actually picking it up yet on the nose, so that's kind of cool. It's because I always prefer when I can't pick it up because it's like I'm not tasting the malt. I'm just tasting and smelling their rick houses or dunnage warehouses or whatever I don't actually know what SMWS uses. No,
but I tell you what, I've had a ton of their whiskeys. It's shocking to me that I haven't brought the people more of them. Because I'm not a member, but I tell you what, they've done some great bottlings.
They do peat so well. Agreed. I think their warehouses kill it for peat. Yeah. I don't know if they usually work as well for others, and this is, I think it's slightly peated.
There was a Lagavulin one someone sent me a sample of that was absolutely dynamite.
Oh, I've had some Lafroig and some Kalila.
Yeah, you're right, I've had Lafroigs too.
It was our buddy, I think Dan sent us some. I think Dan definitely sent me like a Lafroig or two that were like
Jason at Master Drum has some good ones too.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to hold back a 30-something sample for me at one point.
We had one that was just incredible.
I need to talk to that guy.
He was better than the Dark Cove committee release. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway, we're
sorry off topic, but anyway, this is definitely an independent bottle we're fans of. We don't pay the membership. Their shipping's a little pricey. For a while there, it was getting hard to even get bottles, which turned me off. But I hear they've improved all of that lately. So,
all right, Dustin. Now I am finally getting picking a few more notes. Okay, so I'm getting a nice sweet vanilla, and I'm getting what I would describe. I usually don't say toffee with scotches. Usually I say honey or something. But when you said toffee earlier, I have a hard time saying it isn't toffee.
Yeah, it's
maybe slightly burnt.
Was that Fifth Avenue or chocolate bar kind of thing with like the crunchies?
I don't eat candy bars.
You had them as a kid.
The best.
And yes, you do eat candy bars.
I tell you what.
Mike's body is built by obsessively working out and walking every minute of every day, not from eating healthy.
Yeah, I burn at one end of the candle. Oh, I tell you what, it just that coal smoke and dirty note is just so appealing, but it's just so dominant in this whole thing.
But again, there's a nice sweetness at the end there that really holds it all together. But it's 80-20. Like, it is dark and dirty, unbelievable. I'm enjoying this. I definitely think this is not for everybody. This is actually not for most. But this is your profile, man. This is interesting. Let's find out how it tastes.
Ooh, man, instantly well aged. You can tell it's got great viscosity to it. But as soon as you swallow, man, dirt, earthy. Is this peated?
Yeah, I believe it's slightly peated.
Yeah, I would say that's almost got to be peat smoke there.
Oh, man.
Peat smoke or wood smoke, but usually wood smoke isn't that dynamite. Man, I tell you what, there's so many things going on. A little bit of lemon here. Got some nice fruit notes. Tar, earth, dirt. Dustin, what did I miss?
I need to drink more, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Yeah, there's so many things going on. Like, I'm trying to keep everything in line.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think the flavors are that interesting. It's the experience on here, man. It comes in super sweet. Then there's smokiness and richness, and then like it hits you with a wallop of like spice, and then there's like a punch of alcohol and a punch of peat, and then it goes back and does it all again. Like, just crazy.
There is something that does remind me of some good Ben Nevis about this. I mean, the dirty, sooty, notes to it and things like that. I mean, great mouthfeel, but a lot of viscosity, which you would expect out of, what was this ABV? 52.4?
I mean, dude, I would have bet all my money at that upfront arrival. It was like chocolatey with a little bit of like...
Oh, you're right, it is chocolatey.
Super chocolatey.
Yeah.
I would have thought there was some sherry in here, maybe like a little bit of dark plum and raisin even coming through.
We've been fooled by bourbon cast recently, for that same thing. The Burnside and everything else, just like, man, I mean, you get the right bourbon cask, does wonders.
So good. And then after that comes in, like, then it's just this lovely smoke and charcoal and all these just lovely notes.
This is definitely ex-American wood. I can almost smell a bourbon distillery in the background, like Jack Daniels or somebody like that.
Jack Daniels actually is a really good guess because of that, like, was it Dr. Pepper kind of note that you get? That
exactly
actually
right.
When you say plums, I mean, that is kind of like what Dr. Pepper is. It's a little bit of like yeah.
Well, yeah, one more sip neat.
Yeah, I went in for a couple. Neat. I actually hate to add water because it's just so good. Oh, man. This is just killing it.
Yeah. It was kind of subdued on the nose a little bit. I don't know when he gave this to us how much the bottle had oxidized.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they don't at all. Because he sent us a strong sample. I mean, that's a 2-ounce sample and it was filled.
Yep.
But, man, when you take a sip, it's a way different story. I mean, it was just a dragon. I wasn't ready for it. But a lot of the same similar notes were there, but it got super dirty, tar, sooty. Man, I don't know what I love about why I like those notes so well, but I love those notes. And you're right, it wouldn't be for everybody.
No,
but it's definitely for me.
Absolutely, this is definitely our wheelhouse.
Yeah, if you like Isla whiskeys, if you like, especially Ben Nevis. I don't know why I keep going back to Ben Nevis, but it's a way different whiskey, but there are absolutely some similarities that overlap.
If you like old school GlenDronach, if you like Ben Nevis, if you like Springbank, if you like
very
Isla,
very reminiscences of old. You were right about the
GlenDronachs.
Yeah, GlenDronachs. Like you get that coal fire known there. I don't know if they do coal fire, but I mean
they used to.
It feels
GlenDronach
right.
For sure.
No, I meant this.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Water has subdued this dragon. It has brought it to a much more light, sweet, still peated.
Cold Drake.
Still has some coal in here, but yeah, it's so much. The dragon it's the white dragon now, or gray dragon. It's not a white dragon, it's a gray dragon. It was a black dragon before.
Thinned it out. Shocker. Water.
But it substantially changed the profile here.
On the nose, I'm really not picking up a whole lot different.
Wait till you taste it.
All right.
It brings out a whole new element here. I'm still enjoying it quite a bit, but it's definitely a new beast.
It blended the edginess of it. I mean, a lot of things are still there, but you're right. It's shockingly how much it dialed down some of the flavors that really exploded with just a tad of water. I mean, I didn't get crazy with it.
I didn't either. I mean, it went from Mike Tyson to De La Hoya. It's hitting you, but it's not knocking you out on your feet on the ground. Like you're taking a few punches.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say skip the water with this one. I mean, we always do water regardless of what it is. I don't care if it's 40% ABV. I'd have water do it just to see what it tasted like. I tell you what, we had again 1 or 2 Ardmores in our day, but I tell you what, everything I've had from this I've been impressed with. Mike Villa sent us an Ardmore, and that was good.
Yeah. It's one of those distilleries I really want to spend some more time with. I don't know enough
about them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the 30 is one of the only official bottles I've ever seen from them, which is crazy. Like your one standard release is a 30
Good
that
start.
you only release every 4 years or something.
Good start. That ain't for everybody.
Yeah, that's unaffordable for almost anyone, especially nowadays.
Oh yeah, 3-year-old whiskey is not cheap.
And I think I paid like $400 back almost a decade ago now. I'm 39.
I remember the old
8 years ago.
Glenfarclas was 46%. 40-year-olds were $3.99. I remember passing it up at the party, so I was like, I've had a big day spending. I bought some Devil's Casks. All right, Dustin. Whiskey score time, my friend. This is a little bit of a difficult one for me to kind of put my finger on. We don't have a ton of it. It really didn't handle water that well, which is one of my favorite things. But I'm still pretty stoked about this whiskey. I'm at an 89 out of 100. I mean, I wouldn't. If it handled water better, I could kick it up to 90. And keep in mind, this is my flavor profile, so that might be adding a point or two. Because it absolutely is my profile. But I, with confidence, can say this is at least an 89 out of 100. Thoughts?
I went right to 89 in my head. And, when I first tasted it, I was thinking, oh, this might be a 90, but water definitely.
I hate it when they don't
curved it. And then I'm also always apprehensive to go 90 unless it's absolutely wow on a sample. So
yeah,
I always am a little conservative.
I try to be conservative on the samples. I mean,
I'm not going to go below an 86 unless it really is bad, and I'm not going to go over an 89 because of just sort of the whole sample.
So you're telling me that's the best a sample can get for you?
No, I said if there's a lot of wow. I mean, remember we did like the long row that we had, like the rum one or something.
Oh yeah,
we were raving. We were in the 90s, so we definitely will. It's just I'm a little apprehensive. It's got to have that wow factor. This had a oh yeah factor. This is Kool-Aid Man, breaking down the wall.
I tell you what, if it handled water any better, it would definitely be a 90 for me. At least that's my take on it.
I think I probably would have gone there. Just it's tough to go 90 on a sample, but man,
it is. Good. And again, it should handle water better at 52.4% ABV. But here's where we're at. Anyway, Dustin, or anyway, guys, those are our thoughts on this particular whiskey. If you guys had a chance to try this Ardmore Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, 66.138 to be exact. It's a 20-year-old. You definitely could pick up the age. And I know I just said that once, but you can definitely pick up this as a well-aged whiskey.
Yeah.
Refill bourbon, I'm guessing American. It wouldn't shock me if it was a Jack Daniel's distillery, but that's just my guess.
I love all those guesses.
Dustin, until next time, I want to wish the folks
happy blindly walking into samples.
see you next time.